Okay, this woman, apparently Indian woman, is apparently the world's highest paid female cricketer, and basically, like all the other women, they're bitching that they are not getting paid anywhere near what the men are getting paid. So this tackling cricket gender pay gap. It's this is consistent nonsense. See, what these women consistently want is they want to be paid out of what the men get. So the men have worked their bollocks off, worked hard, got a crowd of people to come and watch their games. And so because they get thousands and millions of people to come and watch their game, they themselves are pissed and expect to get paid from, you know, that pool of money. You see, it took years and years for the men's game to get to where it is, just the same as football did, just the same as rugby. And rugby is, starting to become a earner for the rugby players as it should be. But that only happened when it became professional. Okay, the women's game does not generate anywhere near the same as the men's game. But you see, the problem is because the um, the governing bodies have decided to set up a women's game. These women feel they're entitled to the money that the men's make. They want to be paid exactly the same, even though they may only get a crowd of 2,000 or 3,000 people, and yet 80 or 90,000 people go to watch a game of cricket or more in India. Okay, yet they know what they need to do to increase the the game's popularity, and that's they need to advertise their game. They need to get better at their game for people to want to pay the money. But no, they don't want that. They want that. They want to get the same pay as what the guys are getting. That's nonsense. Nonsense. And I'm getting tired of this. You know, people can see exactly what it is. Um, you've got to earn your money. You've got to earn your keep. There's a gentleman by the name of Jeff Boycott. I remember seeing a picture. I can't remember, quite a few years back, and he showed himself sitting in a room in India. There was bare wires showing at the sockets. The room, the walls were yellow and dirty. The bed, I mean, this was a really, really grot. I think it was the 90s, 80s, sorry, 80s. But when he was playing, and he'd taken a picture, and he showed people. I can't remember what it was, but I saw this picture, and I was shocked. And I thought, surely these guys used to be in 5-star, 4-star hotels. Not at that time. A lot of cricketers um, were put up in small, horrible, grotty hotels in the 50s, 60s, 70s when the game was popular. These guys, and they had to fight to get their money from, because the ECB was making loads and loads of money. The players weren't getting paid. You know, it's the same with rugby. A lot of amateur guys played. Sorry, a lot of guys played as amateurs and got paid really basically kit. Um, you got a shirt, shorts, pair of boots, and I think a little bit of money for travel here and there. Um, and you should be grateful you're paying for this team attitude. So when Will Carling basically sent a rocket up you know, the main rugby Association in the UK, and it was his, um, you know, powerful recommendation that forced him to then change the game to professional, because it would have been now, or maybe not, if he hadn't said anything. We might still, the players maybe still playing an amateur, and they wouldn't have won that World Cup. So the men have had to struggle themselves, and they've had to earn their place. The women have to do the same thing. Otherwise, you will get no respect. You will get no respect. That's why I don't watch, for instance, the women tennis, because the women bitched for years about Wimbledon, and I think the other tennis over um, tournaments weren't paying women equally to men, because the women weren't working as equally. They were doing, they were playing 3 sets, and the guys were playing 5, and this was always brought down. But you see, the thing is, because you've got the feminist bitches who consistently, there was a woman up in Scotland who, I think she made bras, Wonder bras or something like that, and she was so pissed that she offered the difference of the prize money that the women were supposed to get, so that it equaled the men's. But now what you have is that the women are now in the finals or whatever it is, still playing 3 sets. Okay, the men are still playing 5 sets. Yeah, if a woman gets £1 million, the man's getting £1 million. So that's women's version of equality. That's what they want in equality. Okay, so like for instance, if you look at universities, 60% of universities, all through affirmative action, most of it, not but a good proportion of it, 60% are women, 40% are men. Nobody has complained, except a few of the men, but their voice doesn't matter. Yet if it was the other way around, there'd be massive programs, you name it, they'd be doing exactly what's happening in the workplace today. Affirmative action in the UK, in America, in Australia, in Canada, for women is normal. That's what the class is equality. And if women want to get the respect of men, women are losing the respect of men. And there's going to come a time in the future when men are going to wake up and say, you know what? Like Dr. Fitch has already tried to galvanise them to do something about their pay, because they believe that they should be getting more money. They get more people that actually come to the association. So I have to take that out. What? I had to pause there. So I was talking about the fact that I don't have any respect at all for the women's tennis. I don't really have any respect for women's sport, other than say netball, which is popular amongst women, but they want to now try and make it so that men are want to come and watch it. If men are going to watch it, they're going to watch it. If they're not, they're not. You should make your sport popular amongst. If it's popular amongst female, push it hard so it becomes popular, and then maybe over time men might watch it, but then maybe not. It doesn't matter. But it seems to me that women are now trying to get into the sports that men have traditionally and done. That isn't a problem. What I have a problem with is that they feel that they should be paid the same as men. So if you've got women people are going to watch women's football, 3, 4,000, 5,000 at the moment, I don't know what it is, and yet you've got in 80,000, 70 to 80,000 crowds on a Saturday. Why do they feel that they should get the same money as I don't know, Wayne Rooney, when they're only getting their economics is basically 3 to 4, 5,000. You know, many football clubs are starting now to have a women's league. Why didn't women set this up before if they really wanted to do football? If they really were wanted to play football, why didn't they set this up before themselves? You know, why didn't they fight harder when the men went to war? I think in the First World War, um, the women played. Why didn't they fight much harder and say, you know, we're not going to let this stop. We're going to carry on playing this league. They didn't. They didn't. They could have fought. They fought for the vote. They could have fought for football to continue to play football to this day. Okay, but it was only in the 70s when it started up again. I remember in the 70s, and it's been a long road for them. And listen, I understand it. These things take time, and I'm afraid you have to earn your place. Women have got to stop thinking that these things are going to be given to them on a plate, because everything is about respect. Okay, and if you don't have a respect in this world, nobody respects you. Nobody respects you. And at this moment in time, you know, I would like to see the tennis association split. Let the women go their own way and do their own thing. The men can go and do their own thing. Yeah. The cricket, the women's cricket are getting, this woman here was given a pay rise uh, up to 77,000 now, and you know, she went and went and asked for it, and she was given more money. But you know, I mean, listen, everybody's going to ask for more money. They want more money, but you've got to understand that if women really want their game, cricket, for instance, if they're playing their cricket, they need to advertise it. They need to do it themselves. They need to push their game. Otherwise, you know, if you rely on the men whose sport is popular, and then you say you want to get the same as they are, then you just don't have the respect. Nobody's going to respect you. Anyway, that's my view. Thanks for listening.